What's going on, guys? So today I have a little bit more of a show and tell as opposed to a review. I have a Microtech auto folder here that I want to talk about a little bit. I got this in a trade. It had some light use on it, although I personally chose not to use this just because I'm already familiar with the knife, and unfortunately in Pennsylvania I can't legally go out and EDC this because it's automatic. As dumb as that is, I generally follow the law. So just want to talk about it in this video a little bit. This is a classic Microtech design. This has been around for 20 plus years, all right? But this version here has a couple new changes, which I'll go over a little bit later in the video. So you can see it is an automatic folder. This model is the LUDT. UDT stands for Underwater Demolition Team, and the L stands for large. So there is a smaller version of this, simply called the UDT. You see that has date on here and a serial number. It is made in the USA. This one was offered in M390, which this one is, as well as LMAX. And I'm not sure off the top of my head which came first, but Microtech is known for swapping steels out here and there. So this one is in M390. This knife new sells for about 240 bucks in and around, depends on where you get it, depends on what's available, but that's about the price tag on these. This one has a flat ground drop point blade. Some different changes with the newer models is they added a little bit more jimping here, as well as a rounded spine, which is super classy. I absolutely love a rounded spine on pretty much any knife. Also a lanyard hole. I don't remember these having a lanyard hole, so that's really nice as well. And I believe the hardware is flush mounted. And if you're not familiar with Microtech, they use that. I call it the cat treat because it reminds me of cat treats. But it is a triangular pattern. If you want to take the knife apart, you have to buy their bits. That has always been a gripe for a lot of people, but the idea is Microtech doesn't want you taking your knives apart. If you have a problem, you're supposed to send them back. But there is a little bit of a different hardware change on this particular one, as well as the profile is slightly different. But I mean, it's really an excellent knife, extremely strong spring on these, super snappy. If you just hold two fingers here, the thing wants to jump out of your hand. So if you get one of these, just be aware of that. Very, very strong spring. Lockup is absolutely perfect, as you would expect. These really are awesome. And although 240 bucks is not a drop in the bucket, that would be considered an expensive knife to me. I honestly think anything over 100 bucks is an expensive knife. Everyone has a different, point of view on that, but yeah, I mean, $100 is a lot of money, in my opinion. Obviously, for some people, it's no big deal. For other people, it's a stretch. They'll never spend $100 on a knife. But I honestly think it's a really good value. For 240 bucks in and around, I think you're getting a heck of a lot of knife. And if you happen to be a place where you're allowed to carry these, even better. But yeah, I mean, it's an excellent piece of cutlery. So that's pretty much it. It's just a new take on a classic knife. A couple little changes here and there that make it even better. It's always been an excellent knife. It's extremely ergonomic, very simple, fits most people's hands very nicely. The added little jimping is purposeful. I can feel it there. But yeah, just a very high-end automatic knife. So if you can legally carry one of these things, this would be a very cool EDC option. If you guys have the LUDT or a smaller version, the UDT, let me know down in the comments. I know some of the old school guys carry these things in and out every day. I know a couple people who are in the military that love their automatics, and I know one particular person that just swears by the SOCOM, but I do know people over the years who've talked about loving this particular knife. It's a favorite. There's a lot of great companies that make a bunch of different automatic knives, but Microtech is definitely on top, in my opinion, as far as autos. So here's the box real quick. You can pause there if you want to read that. But this is one of their newer boxes, I should say. Well, 2017, it's not that new. But you get a little paperwork here. It did come in a plastic bag. You can see there's a lanyard included as well, and just nestles in there. So pretty simple stuff. If you guys have this knife, let me know down in the comment section. I've never met anyone who didn't like these knives. I would say if you have one of these and you no longer have it, the only reason is because you had to pay a bill or there was a different knife you wanted as well. That's what happens with a lot of knives, especially high-end knives. When you fork over a couple $100 for a knife, you get it, you love it. Whether you use it or not, at some point, there's more knives you want, and maybe you don't have money, so you use your knives you have as collateral. That's what the trading thing's all about, which is cool. It allows you to try a bunch of different stuff without having to buy everything every time. But yeah, I don't know anyone who doesn't like these. So if you happen to have one of these and you absolutely hate it, please tell me down in the comment section. But I think they're definitely a very good automatic. So hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I'll see you soon. Take care.